name is Arthur Shue, Trx Master Trainer.
And I'm Hayley Hollander, Trx Master Trainer as well.
We want to introduce you to the newest member of the Trx family, the Trx Rip Trainer.
And we're going to show you a little bit of the science behind the power of using it, how you should use it, and the application of triangulation and different bar paths and movements that you can use with it as well.
Some of the actions that we're going to show you today include the push, the pull, the rotation, and the strike.
And then of course, don't forget, we're going to show you a little bit of ATP stuff at the end.
It's go time. What makes the Rip Trainer a unique tool for fitness is the ability to asymmetrically load or to load one side of the body more than the other to produce and control rotation.
And that's really cool, Arthur, because you know what I also like about the Rip Trainer is not only can we train speed, but we can also train strength. We can train speed when we have a lower resistance, or we can train strength going slower with the movements as we come out a little bit more.
Which places different metabolic demands on the body.
So true. And the other cool thing is that now we have angulation. We can move in three-dimensional space. We can move at all different heights.
And at different reaches, from initial, self-select, and end range.
Now we're going to show you some different ways that we can increase the resistance on the Rip Trainer. But before you do that, Arthur, you want to make sure you always put the safety strap on. First and foremost, the very first way that you can change the resistance on the Rip Trainer is, of course, changing the resistance cord. It comes in all different variations of strength. The second way that we can increase the resistance on the Rip Trainer is by increasing the distance of the body from the anchor. So Arthur, if you come all the way towards me, the further he comes out, the harder it's going to be. The closer he goes towards the anchor, the easier it's going to be, the less resistance he has. The third way that we can increase the resistance on the Rip Trainer is by increasing the distance of the hands from the resistance cord. So the further Arthur moves towards the base of the Rip Trainer, the harder the exercise becomes. Now if you'll turn around and face the anchor in our drag position, the fourth and final way that we can increase the resistance is by increasing the distance of the bar from the torso. So the further Arthur moves the bar away from his torso, the more resistance he will get from the Rip Trainer. And we can vary where he places that bar as well.
Now we're going to talk about stability, which is basically your base of support versus your center of gravity. As Hayley stands facing away from the anchor point, there are four major progressions from easiest to hardest. We're going to go offset first, then we're going to go symmetrical, which is side to side, then narrow, and then the last and most difficult will be the single leg. Now this works for both standing facing and standing facing away. As we go standing sideways, Hayley's going to turn her shoulder to the anchor point, and now we're going to switch a different progression here from a symmetrical wide stance to an offset stance, then to a narrow stance, and finally the most challenging one, the single leg progression.